The Granute gets away and Lakia tries to convince the kid to stay out of it, but he's not trying to hear that, saying he'd rather die than let someone steal his identity. Meanwhile, Hanto is discussing with Suga the effects the dark chocolate Gachizos has on his body. When Shoma makes it back home, Sachika gives him the rundown as to what happened with the kid, and upon learning about Lakia's backstory with his brother, she comes to understand why the VTuber feels the way he does about his platform. They go to find Lakia, who's pretty much given up on trying to help the guy, and Sachika has to explain to him that the whole point of her business is to make people happy, and that they still have a job to do. In a brief interaction between Nielv and Suga, Nielv is curious as to why Suga is so interested in Hanto, and it's because he believes that he could be a savior. But knowing how shady Suga is, that could be anyone's guess as to what that means. Lakia goes to reconcile with the VTuber, and he's made wise to a plan by the Granute to lure him out. He takes the bait and engages him in battle, while Shoma shows up to help out with the minions. Lakia is able to beat him in his Jelly Custom form, saves the victims, you know the gist. Then they all head home to watch the VTuber who now has his platform back. The episode ends with Hanto returning to Suga's place to discover multiple bitter Gavv clones, providing Suga with dark Gachizos much to his shock and dismay. Now this episode was a nice wrap up to last week, although I do feel like things are starting to stagnate. The plot with the VTuber kid is a bit fillery, but it does provide some context for Lakia as to how humans operate, as well as give Sachika a chance to learn more about him, although I am glad that we're finally learning more about the mystery behind Bitter Gavv. But let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week.